typically, if a party is awarded a piece of property in a legal separation or divorce proceeding, they're responsible for everything associated with that property. But Ms. Acuna, you say the judge here said something a little different. He said that even though you were getting the vehicle, Mr. Lanfear should have to pay for it for a while.
For a couple months on the time, getting to my feet, and he was telling he how everything is going to get set up.
Okay, but he was awarding the car to you.
Yeah, he gave it to me, but he was telling okay, Alicia's going to keep the car, the custody of the kids, you pay child support, but you have to give her time to getting her feet. And
right, I understand that, but I'll be candid with you. The judge sounds like he's making you responsible. And he's saying, you're getting the car, you have to pay for it, but we're gonna have to figure out what to do about this title and loan problem, right? But I understand you disagree. So let me go ahead and pass this to Judge Corriero.
All right, so how did you acquire the car in the first place?
I went to the dealership.
You went?
Yes.
Not you?
We went together.
You went together. Okay, you went to...
No, that's not true.
Well, how do you think you acquired it? You went to the credit union?
No, I went to the dealership.
Dealership?
Yeah, they acquired the loan for me.
And where did they get the loan from?
Oregon Community Credit Union.
And you signed as the owner of the car and the primary creditor?
Correct.
Not the defendant?
Correct.
So you were responsible on the loan?
Correct.
Did either of you notify the loan company after the judge made this order?
Yes, I did.
What did you notify them of?
That she had 30 days and that she was supposed to be taking over the payments, that she would be making the payments.
You have that in writing?
No, I don't. I just contacted them over the phone.
And what did they say?
They said that was fine. It was still going to be in my name until either they transferred that or it was paid off.
Well, then it's not fine. It's in your name.
Right.
What did you believe you needed to do to transfer the loan to her?
They gave me no option other than
What do you
for
mean
her.
they gave you an option?
Yeah. It was under a loan. She wasn't able to get one through them.
How is she going to make payments to the loan company unless they're aware or willing to accept her now and let you out?
They did.
See? Because they may not want to trust her to be able to pay it. And that's what a loan agreement is. You signed it.
Yeah.
So the way I see it, you were under some responsibility to do what you needed to do to make sure that she would be responsible for paying off the loan. Remembering now that she has no money when this was occurring. She was economically unable to get any kind of loan from anybody. Am I correct?
Yeah, you are correct.
Okay, so from that point on, you had to figure out how to set aside $206 a month in some kind of fund that would satisfy the loan company. Did you do anything about that?
I cannot make a payment because they don't...
Did you have the money to make the payment?
No, I don't have the money by that time. But
So you
also
didn't
I
have any.
cannot...
Did you have the money in June?
No.
You were working at the time?
Yes, I was working with the car. The car actually was my work. And I was able to
you were
make...
driving the Prius. That was your...
Yes, I was driving the Prius
livelihood.
because that's
You were making money.
Yes.
And therefore, it was assumed that you're going to be able to pay $206 a month.
Yes.
That was your goal.
Yes.
Did you make?
I make one payment.
How did you make the payment?
When it passed 2 months, finally he sent me a bill with the number phone of the company, of the car, the bank.
Yeah.
And I call and I tell theirs I'm going to make the payment. He had to call.
Call back.
Rod Lanfear had to call to the bank, so he gave the authorization so that way I can make the payment. So next day I called back, I asked theirs if he called back, and they authorized me to make the payment, and I make one payment.
You made the payment?
Yeah, 2
And when
months
was that?
later. July, that's July.
And then what happened in August?
In August, the car started failing. The battery started failing and failing, and I was able to go to work.
You weren't able to make the payments.
No,
Had you had the money, you could have paid it to the bank, and that
yes,
would have
I'd be
satisfied
tried.
the loan company.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes, if I make
So
it.
then the plaintiff's position becomes a little clearer to me as to what your responsibility was, even though there was some confusion that the judge even had, and it seemed as if he was saying, come back later when I figure it out.